It's vegan recipes with Pat and Emily.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Today on It's Vegan, I want to show you how to make Buffalo Chickpea Dip. Drain 2 cans of chickpeas and reserve some of the liquid. Put the chickpeas in a food processor. We're going to just rough chop them for just a few pulses. I've rough chopped my chickpeas and I removed about half and left half in my food processor. I've added the ranch dressing mix, 4 slices of vegan cheese that I broke up, and this is the Red Hot. I've also added some tofu. Now it's time to blend it up and get it as smooth as we can. Back to the food processor. This is the first time through my food processor. I'm scraping down the sides, and it's going to get a lot smoother, but it's too thick. If you added more Red Hot than I did, you wouldn't be adding more liquid. But at this point, I'm adding liquid. I want this to be fairly smooth, and I also want it to be spreadable. So it's just trial and error. Put a little liquid in and blend it, and then check the consistency. You can see it's getting smoother. It still needs to be a little bit thinner, so I'm adding a little more of the liquid from the can of beans. This is the consistency that you want it, and I'm going to remove the blade, scrape everything off, and now you simply return the rough chopped chickpeas, stir this all together, and the rough cut chickpeas give some texture to this. I'll be putting this in a casserole dish, spraying it with ham. This is now going into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. While it's baking, I'm going to make the topping. I want to show you a little trick I have for vegan cheeses. Sometimes they don't melt really well. So I'm putting some Red Hot in a skillet with a little bit of water. I'm going to bring that to a boil, and then I'll add my vegan cheese. The Red Hot is starting to bubble, so I'm going to break up my vegan cheeses. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. This will need stirred a good bit, keep it from burning, and just get the vegan cheese to melt and incorporate with the Red Hot. If I find it's too thick, I'll add a little bit of water. I'm stirring it, and you can see I'm trying to get all of the cheese melted. You have to stir it and pay attention to it while this is happening. So it's good. I'm going to put it on top of the Buffalo Chickpea Dip. This is the chickpea mixture. It's been baking about 15 minutes and getting hot. Now I'm going to add the topping that we made. If you would just put shreds on top of this, normally they don't melt and you're not getting the consistency that I'm looking for. Spread that around. Okay, back in the oven for about 15 minutes. It is so steaming hot, but I'm going to try to take a taste test. This is really good. It's going to be a hit with your family or at the next party you take it to. Stop by next week for another fabulous recipe.